It's Naruto. He stole the sacred scroll.
Mizuki-sensei told me about it. He told me where to find the scroll.
Mizuki pushed Naruto to steal the scroll. It contains secret information, so that must be at least 3 years in prison.
Look out! Little hideaway.
I should have known. Don't tell him! It's forbidden!
No one can tell you the nine-tailed fox is inside you.
Mizuki revealed the state secret, with maximum penalty being 2 years in prison.
Die, Naruto! You're finished! Oh!
Do it!
Even though it was just a clone, it is still considered to be murder committed by a group of people, death penalty.
I put out big money for you!
This time, I'll go personally.
Zabuza received money for killing Kakashi's team, so that makes him a hitman. It is attempted murder, but it didn't cause death or severe injury, so he gets 10 years in prison for each person.
Die!
Hitman actually killed ordered person, life in prison and $250,000 fine.
Escaping into the water? Bad mistake. There was one final test.
Did you have to kill the other students to pass? He was your friend. Now it's him or you.
Assuming that Zabuza was underage and killed a minor, he might get 30 years in prison.
A young boy who was not even a ninja took down over 100 other students.
It felt so good.
Zabuza killed 100 people, death penalty as an exception for underaged.
There was the failed Mizukage assassination. You were forced to flee.
Attempted murder of the head of the state, life sentence.
That's why I keep you around.
Haku is harboring a criminal, that gets him 3 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
Keep your filthy hands off of him.
Ah! You're gonna break it!
Summon my...
Battery using a deadly weapon, $10,000 fine and 6 months in jail. Haku tortured minor, minimum 20 years in prison, but he almost tortured Sasuke to death, so he might get life sentence.
He could strike with perfect accuracy. He cared nothing for his own life.
Life in prison, Haku is underage, so he can't get death penalty.
With my Ninja Info card, you see I'm using my chakra to reveal their secrets. Like
Discovering secrets might get Kabuto 4 years in prison and $100,000 fine. Espionage in return might get Kabuto life in prison.
the preliminaries are done. Then let me do it.
People find out that you're having a secret meeting here with me. Plan to destroy the Leaf Village will be completely ruined.
This is the plan that you're to carry out. My forte but...
It looks like steroid use to me. 1 year in prison and $1,000 fine. Grievous bodily harm to minor, life sentence.
All right, listen up, all of you. How would you like to be released from your imprisonment?
Kabuto and Orochimaru hosted mass human experiments and contamination. Death penalty.
I'll handle this alone.
Environmental law violations, in particular illegal deforestation. Quite hard to classify, might get $500,000 fine.
I can't move!
Sicking a pet might be a felony, which get Orochimaru 10 years in prison and $20,000 fine.
Move, Sasuke. You've got to move. Move. Move.
People torture murder because Orochimaru cut off their faces. Death penalty. This scene can be classified as drug poisoning. 5 years in prison.
I'm planning to leave Sasuke in your capable hands, and that's why I want you to abduct him.
Hostage taking of the Hokage. Life in prison.
Second! Those two.
Desecration of graves of previous presidents leads to 15 years in prison and a fine up to $30,000. Attempted murder of the president, which led to his death. Capital punishment.
Steady flow of people have gone missing from the village. Many of them were last seen with you.
Now I'll have to kill you as well.
Orochimaru kidnapped and presumably killed at least 7 people. Death penalty.
I believe that this country of ours has been at peace for far, far too long.
Now it's time.
When I return with the elixir of life, I'll show you what it means to be truly immortal. Sand burial!
Gaara committed murder with particular cruelty. Life in prison.
Sand coffin!
Excessive self-defense might just get a warning. Gaara caused explosion likely to endanger life. 10 years in prison.
Shark skin.
Naruto, you're coming with us.
Attempted abduction of minor, 36 months in prison.
Foolish little brother. I almost pity you.
Itachi caused genocide, death penalty.
Indeed, your abilities are. There is something they can.
Ninja Arts, 4 Flames Formation!
Why do you think my friends and I are here?
Distribution of steroid, 10 years in prison and $15,000 fine. This punch may be treated as animal cruelty. $1,000 fine and 1 year in prison.
What is it that I fight for? What am I? Have none of these answers.
Excessive self-defense might get a warning.